Ever heard of a place where your phone just dies? Not because the battery's dead, but because the world itself seems to reject it? Welcome to the Silent Zone, a place so bizarre it makes the Bermuda Triangle look like a walk in the park. For centuries, whispers have circulated among sailors and pilots about dead zones in the ocean, pockets of sky where every instrument goes haywire. But what if one of these zones wasn't at sea, but deep within a forgotten corner of our world? Imagine trekking through an uncharted forest, the kind that hasn't seen a human footprint in 1,000 years. You pull out your compass, but instead of pointing north, the needle just spins in a dizzying circle. You check your GPS, but the screen is just a blank, black void. Your radio? Nothing but a hiss of static, like the universe itself is holding its breath. This isn't a story from a sci-fi movie. It's a reality in certain, terrifyingly real locations. One such place is the infamous Zone of Silence in Mexico's Mapamay Biosphere Reserve. It's a patch of desert where radio waves mysteriously fade out, and even meteorites seem to be drawn, crashing here more often than anywhere else on the planet. Locals have stories that would make your hair stand on end: strange lights in the sky, odd-looking beings, and a profound, unnerving quiet that feels heavier than just the absence of sound. Scientists have tried to explain it. Some say it's due to high concentrations of magnetic or buried deep beneath the Earth's surface, creating a massive magnetic anomaly that scrambles electronics. Think of it like a giant, natural EMP blast frozen in time. This magnetic field could be so powerful and chaotic that it disrupts the delicate workings of any modern device that enters its influence. The very laws of electromagnetism that we rely on for communication and navigation seem to get twisted and warped here. But the magnetic theory doesn't explain everything. It doesn't explain the eerie silence, the feeling of being watched, or the strange atmospheric phenomena reported by witnesses. Could there be something else at play? Some researchers have floated more unconventional ideas. What if these zones are points where our dimension brushes up against another? A place where the veil between worlds is thin and the laws of physics are not quite our own. Let's dive deeper into the experience. You're standing there, completely cut off. Your high-tech gear, your lifeline to the modern world, is now just dead weight. The primal fear kicks in. Every snap of a twig, every shadow that moves in your peripheral vision becomes a potential threat. You have to rely on something ancient, something buried deep within your DNA: instinct. You start noticing things you'd normally ignore: the direction the moss grows on the trees, the position of the sun in the sky, the subtle shifts in the wind. Your senses, dulled by a lifetime of technological convenience, suddenly roar back to life. It's terrifying, but it's also incredibly liberating. This is the core of the mystery. These zones force us to strip away our modern armor and confront the world as our ancestors did. They are a humbling reminder that for all our advancements, we are still just a small part of a vast and mysterious universe. We've mapped the globe, we've been to the moon, but there are still pockets on our own planet that defy our understanding, that reject our attempts to control and quantify them. Consider the stories from pilots who've flown over these areas. They report their navigation systems failing catastrophically, their radios going dead, and a feeling of profound disorientation. They describe it as flying blind, not just visually, but in every sense. They have to fly by seat of their pants, relying on their raw skill and gut feeling to get through. Some even talk about lost time, where they emerge from the zone and find that their clocks are off, sometimes by several minutes. What could cause such a thing? Another theory points to intense, localized gravitational anomalies. Imagine a spot where gravity isn't quite constant. It fluctuates, creating ripples in space-time itself. While this sounds like something straight out of Star Trek, some physicists believe it's theoretically possible. These gravitational waves could be powerful enough to interfere with the sensitive electronic timing mechanisms in our devices, causing clocks to run faster or slower and GPS systems to fail completely. But let's not forget the human element. Our brains are electrical systems, too. Is it possible that these powerful, unknown forces are affecting our very perception of reality? The feeling of being watched, the strange lights, the sense of dread. Could these be more than just fear? Could they be our own brains trying to process sensory input that is fundamentally alien to our experience? Perhaps the compass isn't the only thing that's spinning wildly. Maybe our own internal sense of direction and reality is being thrown off balance. Let's go back to the forest. You've been walking for hours, using the sun as your guide. The initial panic has subsided, replaced by a hyper-aware state of being. You feel more connected to your surroundings than ever before. You're no longer just an observer with a smartphone. You're a part of the ecosystem. You're forced to think, to problem solve, to be truly present in the moment. The silence is no longer unnerving. It's clarifying. You can hear your own heartbeat, the blood rushing in your ears. It's a raw, unfiltered experience of existence. These places, these silent zones, might be the last true frontiers on Earth. They are not just geographical anomalies. They are philosophical ones. They challenge our assumptions about the world and our place in it. They remind us that there is still magic and mystery left in the world, things that cannot be explained away by a simple scientific formula or captured on a screen. They force us to look up from our devices and reconnect with something more fundamental. So what do you think? Are these zones just geological quirks, pockets of unusual magnetic fields and mineral deposits? Or are they something more? Gateways to other dimensions? Scars left by ancient, unknown technologies? Or maybe, just maybe, they are a message from the planet itself. A reminder to unplug, to listen, and to remember that the greatest tool we will ever have is not in our pocket, but right between our ears. The next time your phone loses signal in a remote area, don't just get frustrated. Take a moment. Look around. Listen. You might just be on the edge of a silent zone, a place where the modern world fades away and the real world, in all its mysterious glory, reveals itself. It's a humbling and awe-inspiring thought. Thanks so much for exploring this incredible mystery with me today. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into the world's strangest phenomena. Let me know in the comments what you believe is behind these silent zones. Until next time, stay curious.